what goes on outside of you also happens within you, okay? What happens outside of you concerning the sun being still, being regenerated, that very energy to go into the spring equinox, also happens within us when the claustrum, the oil, the anointing oil, the oil of Christ that is within the back of our skull, right, goes down to the vertebrae in the spine and goes throughout our body. That very oil that regenerates and you know, gives nutrients to our body, enters throughout all forms, all the tissues of our body, the nerves of our body, and goes down to the base of our spine and regenerates and goes all the way back up to the North Pole, okay? So this is just talking about the very story of Santa Claus, so on and so forth. Is just talking about the claustrum oil, Christ. That's basically who Santa is Christ, or Christ, who goes from being Saint Nicholas from the top, right, going down to your root chakra, which is Saturn or Satan, right, or Santa. That's where Saint Nick gets the name Santa Claus, because he goes into the very realm of the root chakra, which is Saturn, okay? So this is nothing bad. This is nothing, you know, this is no spook. This is nothing, and people will say that this is paganistic. You know, you saw the videos in the beginning of this video where people were using that word paganism, right? And people use that word to scare people, because a lot of people don't understand what that word means to begin with. Paganism is nothing bad. If you haven't seen my video on paganism, you need to watch that. I won't deal with that too much in this video, but paganism doesn't mean anything bad. Paganism just means that you are a person who practices a tradition outside of the main, or, you know, main religions, if that makes sense. Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, right? If you did not practice the Orthodox Christianity or Judaism in a particular time, you were considered a peasant or a pagan, right? So they considered any form of culture or spiritual system outside of the Bible, outside of Christianity, outside of Judaism or Islam, they considered that paganistic, okay? You know, and it's very ironic because these very traditions and religions were created by pagan traditions. Okay, so when you look at pagan traditions, or when you see the word paganism or a paganistic culture, you know, not everything that was paganism is bad. Okay, now paganism in general means that it's a particular culture that's outside of Christianity, that's outside of Judaism, but not everything outside of Christianity and Judaism is bad, if you get what I'm saying.